For my collections management assignment, I looked at the collection of nonfiction graphic novels in D.B. Weldon Library. D.B. Weldon is the largest library on Western University's campus. Weldon supports 3 faculties: Information and Media Studies, Women's Studies and Gender Research, and the Social Sciences. 2 librarians oversee the acquisitions for these faculties, Fran Gray and Marge Sloan. The current nonfiction graphic novel collection is 97 titles, although not all of these titles are comics, nor do they all pertain to this subject. Scholars such as Francesca Goldsmith, Jason Todd, Elizabeth Downey, and Wendy West have examined the value of graphic novels within academia. Todd argues that graphic novels can be used as a tool for interdisciplinarity, or a way of teaching and learning that works as a process of answering a question, solving a problem, or addressing a topic that is too broad or complex to be dealt with adequately by a single discipline or profession. Scholars defend graphic novels as a means of engaging students, encouraging leisure reading among low readers, and as a means of illustrating historical moments in a way which is not possible in purely textual sources and visual media. While Western Libraries has a moderate collection of nonfiction graphic novels, the collection lacks cohesion, is undercirculated, and appears to be underused by both students and faculty. Looking at the dates of acquisition of the nonfiction graphic novels reveals that Weldon has been increasing its purchase of graphic novels ever since 2000. Some scholars believe we are currently living in a golden age of graphic novels. Not only are more graphic novels being published, the quality of published graphic novels is increasing. This is reflected quantitatively in Weldon's collection. As the status of graphic novels rises, the number of sources investigating the phenomenon of graphic novels increases as well. The circulation of the titles in this collection is rather low. Of the 97 titles included in this collection, only 8 were on loan at the time of my inventory. 71 of the titles have been purchased in the last 10 years. The nonfiction graphic novels are not under the jurisdiction of any specific faculty, meaning there is currently no long-term plan in place for this collection. Many of the current titles fall into a general category as opposed to materials which would relate to any of the faculties administered by Weldon Library. Selection and deselection process. According to Western Library's collection management policy, Chant, Becky, and Downey, library collections should reflect the need of its constituents. Books which are written by experts in their respective fields should be given priority, and assistance from comic book experts, such as comic book employees, should be enlisted. Halliburton also recommends building your collection around an aspirational peer. However, most reputable graphic novel collections exist within the public library system. The Toronto Reference Library is an example of this. In Graphic Novels Now, Building, Managing, and Marketing a Dynamic Collection, Francesca Goldsmith provides a core list for this specific subject. Library Journal, School Library Journal, the New York Times Book Review, and the Young Adult Library Services Association all provide excellent graphic novel reviews as well. Another useful resource for consultation would be the Beguiling Library Service. However, they send out a quarterly newsletter to a mailing list and had no resources available at the time of this assignment. Many nonfiction graphic novels offer a similar historiography, creating redundancy within the collection. Western Library's collection management policy states that books circulated once or less in a period of 10 years will be moved to off-site storage. As the majority of the collection is 10 years old or less, most of the graphic novels are not eligible for deselection. Titles which I chose for deselection were works of fiction, heterogeneous to the collection, or redundant. Examples of some of these titles I selected for weeding are Pictures and Words, New Comic Art and Illustration, and A History of Violence. During the first phase of this assignment, I contacted Adam Kitty, a library assistant at Weldon. He told me that graphic novels are difficult to catalog using MARC since graphic novel is not an option for format. When searching the Western Library catalog, Kitty claimed the system was confused by including the keywords novel and nonfiction in the same string. The biggest challenge facing the collection of nonfiction graphic novels at Weldon Library is the lack of courses which teach graphic novels. As I discovered while researching for this assignment, there are innumerable options for nonfiction graphic novels, especially ones which pertain to the faculties Weldon supports. Graphic novels are increasingly being taught at the elementary and secondary school levels, but there are only 4 courses which involve the use of graphic novels currently taught at Western. Graphic novels can serve as timely commentaries on current issues, and there are certain things which can only be communicated through a combination of words and images. As graphic novels continue to gain recognition as literature, the nonfiction graphic novel collection will likely expand as will the course offerings of Western University. For my collections manager,
Created using Powtoon.